storm over Hope, Florida, and this whole controversy. Governor DeSantis facing mounting controversy over a $10 million transfer to a charity linked to his wife, First Lady Casey DeSantis. Critics say it may have been used to influence a recent ballot measure. At the center of the firestorm is the Hope Florida Foundation, a nonprofit tied to Casey DeSantis' widely promoted Hope Florida initiative. Lawmakers and critics allege that $10 million originally from a Medicaid settlement with Centini Corporation was funneled through the foundation and used for political groups that campaigned against last year's ballot initiative to legalize recreational marijuana. There were a lot of problems with that ballot initiative anyway. The measure Governor DeSantis opposed. The governor has denied any wrongdoing, claiming that the money came from a separate pool of funds. Don't we all wish we just had lots of pools of funds, right?
Now I know who has the money for the dream house.
Yeah, DeSantis is moving.
And he is in town today, so he might be looking at it.
Is he? He might be.
He might be looking at the dream
house.
house.
He had a show this morning. He's going to
here.
go check that out.
Yeah.
Now we know how he's paying for it.
Pools of cash.
Yeah.
He has high hopes.
That pool of money. Let's see. Media outlets obtained a draft agreement suggesting that the money was part of the Medicaid settlement, raising questions about transparency and potential misuse of state funds. Critics, including a Republican lawmakers, sounding the alarm, they say. State Representative Alex Andrade. See that guy from WWE? Andrade. I watch too much WWE. Chair of the White House Healthcare Budget Subcommittee says it's a serious issue. He's been investigating the transfer and recently grilled the foundation's chair in a public hearing. Just a chair, not the chair.
That didn't taste good.
They were
Clint
grilling
Eastwood
a chair.
did that at his speech.
Remember that when he grilled a chair on stage for like 20 minutes?
Right.
That was even a lot of people who were like, yeah.
There was so
Didn't know
much
how to
hype
think
about
of it.
that speech, and then there was the chair.
It was weird. That was weird. Amanda's best friend, former Congressman Matt Gaetz.
That has made it here? I thought I was walking away from
No. We all know you guys were buds back in school.
Sure we were.
Matt Gaetz is also called for possible impeachment of James Uthmeyer, now Florida's Attorney General and formerly DeSantis' Chief of Staff, citing his involvement in the transfer. DeSantis has pushed back hard, calling the criticism a coordinated hit piece, and accusing Republicans in the Florida House of colluding with the left.
Okay.
Was this the same excuse they used for the state park proposals? Like
Coordinated, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. It kind of was. Yeah. He also defended his wife, saying critics are threatened by her political presence. She doesn't really have much of a political presence. As speculation, I mean,
she's more likable than he is.
She definitely. I'll tell you that. I'll say that for sure.
Like if he had a little bit of her personality, he would have done better in the presidential
He probably
side.
would be president.
Yeah. They should have done that thing where they switch your brain and your body. Is that a real thing yet?
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
Freeze off?
It works on. It only
Well,
works
not
on,
that harsh, I guess.
It only works on Freaky Friday. So
Okay.
the movie Freaky.
Yeah.
You never saw it.
Nope.
Made 2 of them.
Nope. I don't
Lindsay
see that
Lohan,
either.
not your girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
definitely
was
saw that.
back in the day.
Actually, they made 3 of them. I forgot
They're
about
making
the Lindsay.
one
Yeah,
right
they,
now.
They had a family one too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
You still saw none of them.
I've literally never even heard of any of this.
That joke was completely wasted on you.
Yes, it was, sir.
That was not
Yes,
the
it
Friday
was.
movie
Yeah,
these
dang
guys
it.
are watching.
Wrong crowd. Dang it.
Oh, different Friday.
Different Friday, yeah.
Are you Friday the 13th?
You ain't got no job? You ain't got shit to do? I'm going to get you high.
I don't think that's going on in the DeSantis house. I don't think they've ever touched weed in the DeSantis house.
Well, this is why they got in trouble. Because they were against the weed.
Yeah.
See?
DeSantis pushed back hard, coordinated hit piece, hit that already. Defended his wife. Wow. Speculation building saying that Casey DeSantis may run for governor in 2026.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely out there. And that's I think it's more of a hit against her than it is him.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of late in his
Right.
political
Mm.
movement.
That's a good point.
So I think it was more of a, okay, if we do this, it'll put a blemish on her. They were trying to
Yeah.
put a mark on
Yeah,
her.
get ahead of that.
You know,
They're trying to stop it
I
in
don't
the
know
first
enough of the
place.
details of where it's at. And, there were some rumors. There's a lot of active bills over in Tallahassee. So I've been talking to different people about what's going on in Tallahassee, and I mean, there's even rumors. Oh, they're going to try and impeach Ron DeSantis. I mean, it's just like, come on, let's not waste our. Let's focus on governing, and if he did something wrong, let's investigate it. But let's not jump the gun with that. So
Yeah.
but I think in my opinion, I think it's more of a trying to roadblock her political career before it gets started.
I didn't realize the speculation was out there that she was running for governor.
Yeah, I've heard her whispered as a possible governor nominee, and so I agree. I feel like this is trying to take her out.
Yeah.
Byron Donalds is the already endorsed next governor nominee on the Republican ticket,
Right.
and they see Casey as a real threat to that. And so I could see this being a coordinated attack just to take her out. They don't want a DeSantis dynasty in Florida.
Well, I mean, it came up. Her political stuff came up when Rubio left, because then the governor got to a point who was going to be the senator.
Okay.
And her name was floating out there with some people. I don't think it ever crossed the governor's lips, but I mean, her name was out there floating, like people trying to push for that situation. So I didn't really see her as a governor candidate until that moment, and then how many people were actually like, hey, she's
behind it. Yeah.
How
She's a
many
smart
people-
lady.
yeah,
Really smart
yeah.
lady, man.
So
Yeah. I used to bust their tables at Ned's Southside Kitchen
Yeah.
during the only job I'm actually qualified for.
Did they tip well?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I really don't remember. But they were very nice people.
That's good.
Recent Mason-Dixon poll showed that the first lady with a 53% approval rating, slightly ahead of Congressman Byron Donalds. Wow. Who recently entered the governor's race with the endorsement of President Trump. Republicans remain split on the political fallout. Some say controversy complicates her future, while others argue that it only boosts her public profile. There's something to that. There's something to
There
both
is.
of those.
Yeah.
For now, the political tension continues to rise in what's already become what they're calling a fractured GOP-led legislature.
Okay.
I don't know if it's super fractured.
Yeah, I wish they'd kind of get it together on the tourism side.
Yeah.
So there's a bill that just passed in the House that could hurt tourism and the marketing of our area tremendously. So hopefully the Senate bill doesn't pass. That's accompanying it.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure Troy will be watching that.
Oh yeah, that's the exciting stuff I watch.
Yeah. That's what Troy does before bed. He watches bills.
Forget about sports. Forget about baseball. Forget about basketball.
Bills.
C-SPAN.
Yeah.
Not the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, no. Screw those guys.
Oh, my mom's pretty pissed at me.
Yeah.
She's a Bills fan. She's
Yeah,
a
I'm a
big
Dolphin-
Bills fan.
I'm a Dolphin fan. So.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Jeez.
Yeah, sorry, Mom.
I love you, Susan.
Sorry, love you, Susan.
Daddy's here.
I do love you, but
I love the Dolphins more.
yeah, the Bills been kicking our ass for a long time.
Bill's been pretty good last couple of years. All right.